Like,
Go.
Welcome to the Baby Shower Comedy Podcast. Like, subscribe, comment. We've been
tell them why you mad, son.
We took a little hiatus. Tell them why you mad, son. And
Yeah,
but we're back, so we got a lot of ground to cover. I got Matt Hardy here with me, one of the best in the biz. We got Patty Clips directing, producing, one of the best in the biz. And that's that.
Best
Pod
in the biz.
Pod 149 in the bag. Let's stop it. Let's go home. No. I got do you got anything or no? I got a couple.
You always do that to me right in the beginning. You go, "What the
Well,
hell?
'cause
You
I-
got anything?"
Well, I got stuff.
We
I
got
wanna
all
see if
kind
you-
of stuff. We were just talking. No, we were just been talking like a bunch. We're just gonna continue talking.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we have to go to a new story. I'm back. I got.
Gotta go to a new
I gotta
story.
tell you a juicy little little move. I'm back for a brief period on
No.
the. Do you want to go to a different topic? You want to do a different topic? You want to talk about how I was shitting blood? Is that better?
Oh my God. All right. No. Continue. You're.
I'm back on the apps for a short time. Just Hinge too. I didn't download them all. But I've got a there's like a bringer audition for the comic strip.
When's that?
It's on April 1st.
Did you schedule that, or are you going to like a?
Bramante told me about it. And he goes, "Are you interested?" This guy DF.
Oh, I know that guy. Yeah.
He said he's doing a bringer audition. He's looking for people. So if you want to do it.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
But he goes, "It's a 6-person bringer. Are you interested?" I go, "Yes."
Yeah.
So me and Bramante and Mancusi had a road gig on Friday, Long Island Winery. And we were talking about, I was like, how do I get 6? I'm like wondering how I get 6 people. And Bramante and Mancusi go, we'll like, if you pay for our tickets, pay for our drinks, we'll go watch, And I was like, yeah, but that's kind of lame. And then I thought, I go, what if we got a little group date?
Right.
So
That's what you're going to use. You're going to try to use Hinge for?
I've matched up on Hinge with a series of girls.
Oh, no.
And I messaged them yesterday. I messaged 7 of them. And I go, hey, I know this is going to sound weird, but do you have 3 friends that would want to go on a weird group date?
Yeah.
Out of the 7, 1 unmatched me.
Yeah.
She was just out. 3 of them said, yeah, what are the details?
Yeah. Are you? Oh, but you're going to pay for their stuff.
I'll pay for everything.
Still kind of ridiculous. For them to want to go?
In what way?
Well, why would they want to go?
First, what do you mean? A group date? People do group dates on dating apps.
They do. But is it a group? But here, hold on.
Exactly.
No, but what's the group date? You, and then you don't have a group. It's just you, and then they have a group. So it's
No, I got a group, Mancusi and Bramante.
oh, okay. Okay, so it's you, Mancusi, and Bramante. Did you tell the girls that you have 2
And
additional?
Yes. I mean, here's for 2 of the 3 that have responded thus far, I haven't said anything. I just said, are you up for a weird group date? Do you have 3 friends? And one girl messaged back.
They probably don't think that it's a fucking comedy bringer. They probably think it's like bowling.
Not yet. Not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet.
That's hilarious.
Here, I'll tell you there's so one girl messaged me back, and I haven't messaged her back yet, but she goes, I go, this might sound crazy, but do you have 3 single friends and want to go on a weird group date? She messages back, she goes, wait, that's so weird that you say that, because yes.
Oh, nice.
Like, actually, no joke, I have 3 friends that have been trying to schedule a weird quad date. So she's in the mix. I haven't messaged her back yet.
She, though, that person, yeah, you'll have to see, because that person might want to actually have like a fun, weird axe throwing oddball group date, you're gonna enlist them as your
No, here, listen to the
as
series.
your bringers.
They don't. You keep saying bringer. They don't know.
Is it not a bringer?
It is, but they don't know that, nor will they ever know it.
No, well, that'd be great once they show up and they're like, "Are you auditioning for this club right now?" And you're like,
No, so here's the deal. Here's the deal.
"No, we're on a date, sweetheart. My attention is solely focused on you, except when I do the audition for the club." Yeah.
Well, so I haven't told them what's going on.
Yeah.
And I have 3 potential yeses, right? They go, yes, what are the details? Essentially.
That's what the
That's
one
what
girl
3 of
said.
the girls said.
Oh.
One girl literally just said, yes, deets. So I tested my verbiage to them on this first girl because I don't know how it's going to play out. I'm not going to send every single girl the same. I want to see how it plays out. So I messaged this other girl.
Did you tell Vermonti and Mancusi?
Yeah, they're totally in. They love the dude. It's the mix. The group chat's going wild. They go, the mixed group chat. They go, send us pics of the other 3, and I go, I'm not going to ask for pics. That's such a turnoff.
The most embarrassing part is always the group chat, the mix.
Yeah,
Is it called the mix? The
it's
group
called
chat?
the mix, and it has a rose as an icon for the group chat. So this one girl I messaged
I
back-
can't believe, by the way, those 2 are in.
What do you mean? Oh, Bramante and Mancusi?
Yeah.
Why not?
Because aren't they going to be embarrassed when like these women show up and they're like,
No, here's the deal. I've thought thoroughly about
like
this.
they're not even. If it was just them watching you, fine. But if it's like they have to be on a date while you do a comedy bringer, I don't know why they would want.
If you put it that way, it sounds crazy.
It is.
But
it's
I'm
absolutely-
setting them up with some beautiful babies.
That's why these
I'm
guys are.
providing dates for them.
Yeah, that's why these guys rock. Because all they fucking care about, you guys care about, is if there's a couple of beautiful babies,
By the way,
honey babies.
Bramante on the way to the show on Friday night, he deleted Hinge. He goes, after we were talking about it, he goes, I need to get off this thing. And he deleted it on the spot. But then he had I asked him, are you going to do a heart? He goes, well, I have some leads in here. Maybe I'll wait. Maybe I'll tell them and try to. I go, nope, you need to do a hard delete now. But anyways.
God, Bramante's so great.
Now, let me ask you this.
Yeah. Oh, no.
The bringer is the premier part of this date, right? Yeah. Now, do you, at a comedy show, there's no talking happening, right?
Yeah, I can tell you right now, there's no way to dress this up if that's what you're. Is there a way?
No,
Yeah.
listen. I thought we go to the show and then we grab drinks after.
Okay.
But then I think to myself, it's odd
Right.
for like 4 girls to be sitting with like 3 guys. I got my other buddy, Alex Iverson.
No way. You got
Because he's a utility player. He's very outgoing. He's gregarious. He's single. He's going on a bunch of Hinge dates, so he would love this stuff. He always wants to see me do comedy.
Right.
So he's a utility player and a non-comic,
Okay, right.
which is a
right.
good little mix.
Yeah, that's a good. You might want to.
So I was like, it'd be weird if they show up and then they're sitting down. No one knows each other, and they're watching a show for an hour and
Like
a half.
immediately.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Right. They don't say hello. Like.
So I go, what the move is? The show's at 5 on a Saturday, by the way. How terrible
Ew,
is that, dude?
That's what I'm saying,
How terrible
dude.
is that? But I gotta do
Just
it.
the time of the show is so embarrassing.
5 o'clock.
On a Saturday.
Bringer at the comic strip. It's one of the saddest things in the world. But listen, it's going down. It's happening.
They're like doing their makeup at like 4 in the afternoon.
Well, I mean, like a lot of girls, but like,
Yeah,
these
this
girls are
guy's
also
got
like
a
23
show.
to 25. They're not
this
like
guy's got a
30.
show at 5:30.
5 sharp, dude. They got to be in the seats at 4:45.
Also, have you? Oh my God!
Just
Have
like-
you looked into what kind of structure of the show it is? Because some of those dudes,
It's
like if
gonna
you brought
be-
them to
it's
the
gonna be an
Broadway,
onslaught
they would
of
leave.
5-minute
They would
sets.
leave.
It's
Yeah.
going to be an
They may
onslaught
leave.
of 5-minute sets.
They may leave.
That's why here's
If
the
it's
move.
like 25, 5-minute, yeah.
No, here's the move. So I go, no, they can't just sit down. So I go, I'm gonna say, here's what I said to the one girl, right?
Yeah.
I go, she goes, Deets. I go, so on April 1st, I have an audition at the comic strip, and in parentheses, comedy club in the Upper East Side, end parentheses. I have 3 buddies coming and figured it would be a fun group date.
It's just
We all grab drinks before the show, go watch the comedy show, and if everyone is having fun, we can grab drinks after.
What do you do before? Say that again.
An hour before, hour and a half, we all meet up at a bar nearby and have drinks.
Yeah.
And we're all just hanging. And
a
then
lot
we
of
go to
drinking.
the comedy show. And I said, if we still have fun after the show, then we can all grab drinks after too. So that was my tester, because I think it's weird if you just show up to a comedy show.
This feels like it's gonna be a disaster. Yeah.
it could,
Yeah.
but that's fine.
Well,
The worst thing that happens is that they end up not having fun in the pre-drinks, and they don't go to the comedy show, because then I don't get my 6-person
Well,
bringer.
I think that they'll go. I think that they'll
That's
go.
what I'm saying. And
No,
who
yeah,
cares?
yeah. I think that they'll go. I just wonder if you should specify that
I said it's an
that they're
audition.
part of a head count.
I said it's an audition for a comedy show. I'm not saying it's part of a head count.
You don't think it? You could just be like you
No,
guys would
because
be my
then
head
it
count.
devalues me. Now it's a bringer and they're a currency. The way I'm saying it, it's an audition.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do 5. There's gonna be a bunch of people that go up and do 5 minutes. We're all auditioning.
you are paying.
I'm paying for everything. I'm paying for
Yeah.
the whole fucking table. And then
Yeah.
what's if I'm a girl? I've been on a series of fucking loser hinge dates with these guys.
Yeah.
And now this guy goes, yeah, there's going to be 4 guys, 4 girls, maybe one and one end up getting some chemistry, maybe none, maybe
Yeah.
2 and 2, 3 and 3, 4 and 4. Who knows?
Well, for the
But
audience,
they're with friends. The guys are with friends and the girls are with friends. They're going to grab drinks with 4 guys, and then they're going to go to a comedy show. That's a pretty fucking solid date, to be honest with you. Then all these other fucking dates that are going on where it's just drinks. Oh, I'm going to the Red Line. We're going to have 2 cocktails, and this guy's going to ask to fuck me after.
It's a no-brainer.
Right?
You have to say yes.
It's fantastic.
If you're a fun girl, you do that.
Yeah, they go, what do they have? What's the skin off their back?
that it's a bringer.
Yes, but this is
They don't know what that is.
Yeah,
They're
no,
strangers.
your
I know.
head going in comedy mind, going that this is a bringer. What does it matter if I have to bring 6
Go back
people?
in time to pre-comedy Hardy, where you didn't know what a bringer was.
No, I honestly, I think some people don't even mind going to open mics.
Yeah. So I don't know what the issue is.
Well, let's
Just
okay.
to
I love how we've arrived now.
Just to-
that this is I don't even know what the issue is.
you don't,
Level idea. No, this idea needs some massaging.
just
okay?
before we'll let you
This is not a brilliant
well,
idea.
just to let you
Okay.
I'll let you get to your point, but
Oh,
just
yeah,
to give
sure.
just to give her response, we are in exclamation point. And that was the first girl.
Okay. I think it can. I definitely think it can work out. I think the one thing that popped what I think about is even if you went to the cellar or you went somewhere.
Erroneously, but go ahead. No, I'm kidding.
Okay, you gotta let me finish.
I know.
All right, don't cut me off because of your
No, go ahead.
middling idea.
All right.
All right, look. You have to keep in mind the entertainment value. So even if you brought people to say a movie or a comedy show, and even if they're the professional versions of those things, sometimes they can be not great date setups.
Yeah.
Not from it's a bringer, that's like a weird comedy thing. No, just from the standpoint of how entertaining will that actually be. That's all.
Yeah.
It can be, movies can be too long. You can't do a lot of talking at a comedy. We've also talked about how comedy shows are not the best first date ideas. That's where I'm coming from. I'm not coming from like,
All right. Continue.
that's all. Yeah. That's all I'm saying. Like it may be long. It may be sort of like, that's all. I don't know how long are those usually?
I
Are
hate-
they 2 hours? Are they
I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
Broadway's 2 hours, but that's
It's probably not that, right?
Broadway is a bringer
Yeah,
system.
yeah.
I think this thing is only once every like
And it's part
2
of their
months.
show, right? Like they make
2
it more of a
months.
yeah. I think it could be
and they
fun.
might have a headline. I'm sure they have like
Yeah.
a headliner, whatever. Like a TJ
Yeah.
Miller, maybe not that level. But
Right. It
I've
might get
seen-
a little long, but you're probably fine, right?
hate to-
Do they
I-
serve you can get drinks and shit?
That's what I'm saying. You get drinks,
Yeah.
finger food. It's all free for them. I'm
Yeah.
paying for the whole fucking table, dude. They can sit down.
Yep.
It's a story they all get to call their friends at, and I can't
yeah.
believe I'm about to defend the entertainment of a bringer.
No,
but-
that's because you wanna
But
you
there is
wanna
something to
use
say.
Hinge for your head count.
There is.
True or false, that's why you're doing this. You would never do
I was on
this.
Hinge before this idea.
You would never do this if you didn't need them to. You wouldn't be like, "Hey, do you want to come with me to a comedy club's bringer show?" You wouldn't bring anyone there. You wouldn't even bring Bermonti, and you'd even want you wouldn't even bring like a friend there.
What angle are you coming at? Say that again.
It's not something that you would choose naturally as
I-
a form of entertainment.
I agree. No,
You know
here's
what I'm
here's the
saying?
thing.
That's all I'm
No,
saying.
here's the thing. I agree that the bringer that has been spurred on me instigated and was the catalyst to this event.
Right.
But
you
now that I'm
still-
thinking about it, if there was a I wouldn't do it to baby shower. But
That
let's
would be
say
way better. Yeah.
let's say I had let's say I had a spot at New York Comedy Club.
Yeah.
A regular spot, not a check spot. I don't know if I would do this, but if I had a regular spot at New York Comedy Club,
This is a totally different animal. Yeah.
I might. I wouldn't.
well, actually,
It
I
wouldn't
don't
be
even
out of the realm of possibility now. I mean, if this goes well,
Yeah.
to be like, let's do a group date.
Sure.
And then I
But-
got 3 single buddies and 4
Yeah.
random girls, and they
And
come
but
to a
those
New
sh-
York comedy club.
Yeah.
So now the distinction is the entertain. You're saying that would be fine too.
It could be. I don't. You'd have to tell me. I don't know how long are those. Like
Hour and
you-
a half. Hour and
right.
a half.
So you know better than those, and those are probably fun. Like to me, like the Cellar, they're fat, they're in and out. Those are really good. Like if you're gonna do it for a date, right? We're not talking about just go, because then who
But they-
cares about the length? Like I'll go to any length of a movie.
Yeah.
But if I'm bringing my parent or a date or someone, I have to think about other people.
But
then
they
I might
know it's
be
a
like,
comedy
I'm not
show.
gonna make you do it.
They know it's a comedy.
Yeah, and I
show.
think people love going to like. I think people love going to like most of the time.
Sure.
You know, they
So
love
now-
going. Once in a while, you do hear people go. You know, the show
No.
was like 2.5, 2 plus out. Yeah,
I mean, I can't imagine it going more than 2. Hopefully, it gets capped at 1.
and you don't know them, right? You don't know them, so then they're like. Hopefully, it's not a situation where you're like you're like Jesus. This is a long time.
But
for
they
this.
should know that it's a comedy show. And it's going to be about an hour and a half. They're not idiots. They're not going to be like, oh, it's a 30-minute comedy show.
Yeah.
They shouldn't be idiots like that,
Yeah.
right? So they should expect it to be. Maybe they think it's an hour.
Yeah.
They might not think it's 2, but like if it's 1:30, I'm not being dishonest with them. It's a comedy show that they're going to. It's an
Yeah.
audition, and I might even tell them. I'll probably
so funny. That's not.
I'll probably tell them on the date. I'll probably tell them at the pre-drinks. I go, yeah, so it's an audition. Who knows? There might be some bad comics. There might be some good comics. Which is fun. I think people actually kind of like that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it is kind of surprising how often people.
It's kind of fun to see a smorgasbord of like shit and good.
Yeah. Yeah. Is it the best
You think it's bad
first
that
dates?
I'm...
No, I actually don't. I think all these points you've made are right. First of all, you got Mancusi there. You got Bermonti. You got some guys that can little banter, have some fun in between.
Yeah.
Like you're mixing it up. It's a group date. That's a nice aspect of it, especially if you meet beforehand.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
We meet for an hour,
You know,
hour 15 before.
Is it the idea? Like we've talked about a bunch of different styles of dates. Like
And we're all going to be making fun of the show before. We're going to be like, oh, we're going to go to this comedy show.
You know.
They're like, what's this comedy show? No, I need to debrief.
now, I just saying, as me, I've brought people to comedy shows as dates. They're not the best. Like I've just experienced that they're not a very good date.
What do you mean you brought
Spot.
girls to comedy shows for dates?
I brought a girl to the Cellar.
Did you do anything before?
No, we met up.
See, that's the distinction.
I know. There's a
Obviously,
lot I
yes.
didn't do. There's a lot I didn't think through. But
You can't-
that is also on the nature of it. Again, it's like the movies. You just sit there. I would love to bring the girl. You just sit there.
But this is the whole point.
But you know what? You do
The
see a lot of
reason-
people on first dates at comedy clubs because people don't know what the hell.
The reason the comedy show is a bad date is only because there's no talking. You're not getting to know someone.
That's
That's
what I'm
why we
saying.
do the pre-date.
Right. There you go. Pat, weigh in on this.
I think Pat thinks it's going to be.
Oh,
I'm
you
not
already
going to
did.
speak
Never
for him,
mind.
but yeah, I
You-
think
you
he
said it
thinks
was
it's
a good
fantastic.
idea. Right?
Yeah, you need a pre-date.
Yeah.
And listen,
Olive Tree would have been a smart move
Yeah, I love the
Yes.
olive tree. Yeah.
yeah,
because it's
Wings.
right above the comedy.
get some sloppy wings before.
Yeah. Oh, it's a good call. You need to do something, right? You need to do something like, hey,
I'm gonna
all
s-
right,
and
let's go.
I'm probably gonna sit there, go grab drinks. I'll probably send some chicken tenders for the table.
It's so funny how you need to pay for everything.
how I'm
because
lea-
if you did
I
it,
have,
everyone would
The
leave.
funny thing too,
That's
is,
what's funny too.
No,
you
yeah,
keep
yeah.
having to like sweeten the pot.
No, but that's a date.
Hey, thanks for coming, guys. Here's some
but
tenders.
you have to do that for any date.
That's sweet.
Any date you're paying.
I have a friend who works as a server. My friend who works as a server at the Olive Tree. I think it would be a good idea if we paid him to send food over to our table and say it's from Mr. Chappelle.
Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah.
He should do that, or
That's
you did
good.
I have a friend who's a server at the Olive Tree.
that? Yeah.
So we should just pay for wings and then have it served to the table and say, "Oh, this is from Mr. Chappelle." Or
Yeah,
this is from another famous comic.
this is from Tobin's buddy Chris Rock.
When they're at the show or beforehand.
Olive
At the
Tree,
show.
Olive Tree.
I mean, they're saying Olive Tree, but I could do it at the Strip.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's a nice move.
The weird thing is that they're now all going to go sit down at the table, and I'm going to remove myself from the. Like, I'm not going to be sitting at the table with them and then get up and go up.
Yeah,
Like, I'm
that's-
going to be in the
that's-
green room.
Yeah, and that's the least of the weird things that are going on. The
Listen
weird
to
thing
this.
is that they're your head count.
That's that's the
trying-
thing that you need to remove
He keeps trying to go. Oh
from
no,
your
no.
head. That's what you need to remove from your head.
Oh. Dude, I want to come now. Okay,
Should I message you? I need 5 friends.
I'm
A
coming.
lot of my
with-
buddies have heard about this, and they're really excited. I need 3 more.
Yeah,
good
are you out of
friends.
your mind? I don't. Now I almost don't want to miss this.
I mean, I got some. I got some other
Imagine
girls.
just like
I could
heckling
get 2
from the
group of
table.
girls. I could get 2 separate groups of dates going on. So I
If
could
you
get
can find
you.
enough people.
I could get you because this. I got 2 other girls that I haven't even given the deets with, where I'm sure they would love it. I could have 2 different groups of dates going on. But the best is that Mancusi and Bramante are both passed at the comic strip. So they- that's the best part. So this.
It's so embarrassing. This whole thing is so embarrassing. It's insane.
So the staff.
You're like,
So the staff are gonna see them walking in. They'll be like, "Oh, are you on the show?" They're like, "No, we're watching the show."
yeah, well, that would be fine until like all these girls show. They're like, oh yeah, here's my party. I guess maybe they wouldn't ever find out.
I'm gonna tell.
might
I'm not
not
gonna
be a
tell them that
reason
there's gonna
that
be a
they
head count, but I'm
find out.
telling them that it's an audition. They might find. I need to debrief Mancusi and Bramante that we will not be speaking of any head count at any point in the date. And I know that one of them will try to big dog me and be like, "Here's the move." It'd be fun to reveal that there's a head count. I go, under no circumstances should anyone reveal that there's a head count nature.
Just like we go up there right away. It's like,
I have all 5 minutes. My entire audition is about the
that's what I'm
date.
saying. Like
That
one
could
of
be
them's-
kind of wild.
No, that would be gangster.
I wouldn't get past it all.
I know, but you would.
It would be legendary.
Shoot up my list of legendary comics. You'd be so high up if you went up.
I just start doing crowd work. All right, so who's into who?
Well, yeah, that's funny. But if you went up and you were like, just so you guys know, I did need you to come.
Well, but yeah.
Because as a date, it's a funny reveal too to tell them and see how they react. I can't believe this. You know?
I might do it after if they
It's
stick
like,
around for post drinks.
Right.
I might do it after. Be like, by the way, I did kind of need you guys there.
That's like in the movies where they find out they were a bet.
Yeah.
You know, like she's all that. Like he goes, I was a bet. How dare you? And he's like, no, but the feelings we shared were real.
Yes. The show was great, though, wasn't it?
But I was a head count. You needed me to come, but I liked it once you were there.
But that's at first you were a
Yeah.
head count, but now I really care about you.
Cindy, what
When
we
I
had.
saw you eating those chicken tenders,
Were those really from Dave
when I
Chappelle?
saw you spitting up your well drink in a plastic cup,
Yeah, honestly, I like my voice cracked.
it's a great
You're
story
probably
for
fine.
everyone
You're probably-
involved. No, I think it's fantastic. It might be
probably
my new
fine.
move.
That's that I don't know. I'm not. I
getting a
can't
little
get.
too
I keep
carried
trying
away.
to get on board fully with you, and I can't fully jump on that. I can come like I'm trying to meet you.
Oh,
I think it'll be
man.
fun. I think thoroughly those guys will have a good time. Everyone will probably have a good time.
Everyone's gonna have a blast, dude.
Like Mancusi and Bramante too are pretty good looking guys. Like I feel like the ladies are gonna. Go.
Iverson gets girls. Mancusi gets girls. I'm getting trolled. I'm getting fucked.
Yeah, but you're auditioning, so that's funny.
But that's the loot. That's the loot.
Yeah,
like
yeah, that's the
they're
lose-
more. All three of them are more attractive than me, and two of them are already passed. I'm the guy. Like I'm the heel. I'm the heel in the whole situation.
Woo! Mancusi's just at the table, like this guy's trying out. We do this, like we're past. Whatever, like.
I
We'll
can't
leave
wait
him.
until I
We'll-
bomb, and I just go after the day. I go, all right, you guys have fun. I'm gonna go home. I leave them.
Yo,
But these girls, I'm telling you, these ladies that have
if you do
messaged
this, I'm telling you right now, they can't keep me out of the comic strip. I won't even be a part of your +1. You're just going to see me there. Oh, sir, would you like another slice of cheesecake? No, I'm fine for now.
Dude,
Just
you
waiting for
start
my.
trolling me. You don't even like
Oh, I would
reveal,
love
and you see one of them go to the bathroom and be like,
Oh, yeah.
"Oh, so you're at the Bringer?" You just like troll me in the background. She's
Dude,
like,
you
"What
know-
Bringer?" You go, "You know you're a head count, right?" This weird guy.
That's
said
the
that I'm a
other
head
scene in
count.
She's All That, where the guy comes in, he goes, you were a bet.
Yeah.
I bet him
Yes.
$200. I'm gonna go in and be like, hey, listen, what is that? Do you have another one of those?
You want half?
Yeah.
I just need my stomach is going nuts.
You go in there. I go in there. I meet her at the
fucking-
bathroom, wash my hands, and I go, man, these
Dude.
ringers are pretty long, huh? Jesus Christ. I would never come to one of these.
What is that?
You want one?
What is it?
Pat, you want some? Here.
It's a Misfit plant powdered chocolate protein bar.
We'll split
Who's
up.
it? Who is it from?
Misfits. We can't get off. I know you're trying. We can do it later, but there's still meat on the bone here.
You think so? Maybe this is over, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, or, you know what, Pat? Why don't you got to speak up more? Look, this is dumb. This idea, Pat. What do you want to talk about?
Misfits plant-based.
One last thing
All right, listen.
before this. It'll be funny if you go to the show and start heckling me from the back. Tell these ladies they're part of the Bringer, and I'm on stage.
Dude, there's
Mancusi and
nothing.
Bramante would go nuts for that. They'd be howling.
Yeah, because if you're gonna go to a Bringer, you're gonna want to have your energy. So you're gonna want to power up with a Misfits plant-based vegan energy bar.
The booker's like, what is going on here? This guy.
Why don't you tell those ladies they're a part of the head count, Miller?
Some Oz in the corner filming. They go, what's up with this film crew? But yeah.
Oh yeah. You're so tall.
Yeah, before I even...
Oh, he's so tall. Fuck you, asshole.
Oh, does it take long to kiss girls? You ruined my... You ruined my punchline before I get to it. That would be wild, dude. Like a good friend, sabotaging an audition
That's unbelievable.
That would be one of the most legendary tales of all time. A good friend sabotaging their buddy's audition.
Oh, you want me to keep it down? Why don't you tell this table of nice ladies?
That I was supposed to be on the date, not
Yeah.
Mancusi.
Yeah.
Misfits is a plant-powered chocolate protein bar. Vegan, 15 grams of protein, only 3 grams of sugar.
Wait, Miller, let me see it. Tasty or what?
It's one of the most delicious protein bars. It has such substance that it counts as a head count if you bring it to a bringer.
This is my 5th.
You can't
Person.
even, you can't even have 5 of those. They're so powered
This is
with.
my 5th. Gluten-free.
If you want one, I got gluten-free. I even told my physical therapist that I was working out, and she go, "Oh, you did?" And I told her I was doing protein stuff, and she goes, "What kind of protein bar?" I go, "Misfit." She goes, "Oh, those are the best." She goes, "They're a
Yeah.
little expensive though."
They are.
I don't know. I think like
Good
20
quality,
of them.
though.
No, they're the best. I mean, vegan, plant-powered, so you're not
Yeah.
getting any of that bullshit that
You're
these
paying
other-
for what you get for with Misfits.
Yeah.
Yeah, like is there a price on what you put into your human body that you only have one of one?
Great point. It is your temple, so you might as well pay for the best.
So that's why you put a Misfit in there.
Yep.
Rumble it up.
Put a little misfit in your temple.
Yeah. The Misfits, the Creeps, the Enemy, you and me. Third Eye Blind.
Ooh, is there a band named The Misfits?
Third Eye Blind has it probably Misfits. Yeah, pull it
What-
up, Pat.
What's
How much
What's a great
time? How much
Third Eye-
time are we at? How much? How much time
think we
did
might
I
have made
waste
it.
on that first? Ooh, a little 30-minute
35?
minute piece. What do you got, bro?
Wow. No, you can't just throw it to me. We gotta it's gotta be through natural convo.
Let me ask you one more question.
Yeah.
I don't know if you'll have good advice. So there's a risk that these girls
Yeah.
there's a risk that these girls cancel, right?
Yeah.
So would you have a couple lined up for April 1st just in case one bags out?
Oh man.
Or would you assume, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. You got a bunch of strangers going to a bringer. You have no idea if they're going to show up or not.
What would be funny is if they both came and they're like, "What's this?" I go, "I thought maybe one of you would cancel, so we're all going now."
Yeah. Well, maybe do
now
one
there's
or
8 ladies, 4 dudes.
maybe keep one or two on the
Bramante and them wanted me to have
The
all of
thing.
them send pics, and then we could pan them against each other.
they're not going to
They would not. No, they're idiots.
yeah.
I said that was one stupid move.
Excuse me.
I wish I had a full one of those bars instead of giving you half.
You wanted a full one.
I want to. I'm starving, dude. All I've had.
Go
is-
get a full one, dude. Let me
No.
see if I took some notes.
The Misfits, the Creeps, the Enemy. All right, we got. What's this dead air, Hardy? You weren't prepared.
I got to make sure I remember to bring it.
I called you up pretty distressed the other week. If you want to talk about that, on
When
Sunday,
did you Oh, yeah, that was another thing that happened.
on Monday,
The
shat blood, or was there
oh,
something
yeah.
else? What was it? What else?
No,
was it?
the visual
Oh yeah,
CDV confirmed Dig visual.
Samaha. Just
Pat.
to give Samaha some props.
Because I that video was kind of, I couldn't really tell what was going on, but it seemed like it was you talking to a lady, I guess.
Samaha, I was at Gamma Lounge Thursday or like 2 Thursdays ago. There's this really beautiful lady in the audience. I was like, I need to talk to this girl, right?
Yeah.
So I go up and I chicken out.
Yeah.
I see her, and then she has 3 friends around her. This is after the show, and I go, fuck, and then the bathroom's right there. So I'm like, let me pretend I'm going to the bathroom. And so I chirp over, and I go, what did you guys think about the show?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, good, which is stupid. And I go, all right, cool, and then the guy opens up the door and lets me in. So I go to the bathroom, then I leave. Samaha's outside in his car on the opposite side of the street, and I go talk to him and tell him, I go, I'm such a pussy. I didn't talk to her, And he goes,
wow, I didn't think that's how this unfolded.
So he goes, you're a pussy. He even was like, yeah, you're a pussy. I don't know what you're even talking it like. You're such a loser.
Good for you, Pat.
And so
is that why you were recording? Because when I got this video, I'm like, I was in Creed 3, just to let everyone know. Right?
So they walk out. We could talk about Creed 3 in a little bit.
Yeah.
They walk out, and I go, oh, there she is. And he goes, go grab her number now.
Okay.
And I go, I can't. He goes, you're such a pussy.
Yeah.
He was like the inner dialogue.
You needed this.
He was like the angel on my shoulder.
Finally, because in all these instances, you've needed just someone to be like, you fucking little dick loser.
I know. And it was Pat.
I know.
And it was great. So I go,
wait, so he pulls up, Pat, you pulled up the camera as he approached?
Well, so I go, you're right. So I run I run over across the street. I go, hey, Australia. Because she's from Australia.
Ooh, not bad, huh? Okay.
And she goes, oh, I go, hey, I think you're really pretty, and I'd love to grab a drink with you sometime. Can I grab your number? And she was like, yeah, sure.
Nice.
And then her 2 friends giggle, and I look at them, I go, pretty smooth, huh? And then they start laughing, and I'm like, what are you guys up to tonight? And they're like, oh, we're about to go grab drinks. How about you? And I was like, I'm meeting up with some buddies at this place. So I grabbed the numbers. I was like, all right, I'll text you later, right?
All right, there you go. Nice.
Count
it.
So, but listen to this.
It seems like one. Okay, real quick. It seems like 1 or 2 that I've gotten where it may not stick.
No, it was a loser move.
It may not stick, but it's a good.
She saw that I was a beta loser from not asking for it the first time. You know what I mean? She's like, oh, this guy's looping around. This guy didn't have the guts.
Brilliant. There it is. Looping around is the best way to describe that feeling where you've already dropped the ball and now you're looping around.
And it's a last-ditch effort.
Yeah, and you feel like a complete baboon as you loop.
It's a loser. It's a man that's already been defeated.
Yes.
And he's trying to save a little skin. So as little
looping around.
So that was Thursday, right? And so we'll get to this, but that was Thursday. I text her on Sunday because I wanted to wait a few days. Text her on Sunday. I go, hey, it's Tobin from the comedy show Thursday. Are you free Wednesday for drinks?
You love Wednesday.
Because I don't really have shows on Wednesdays. So I go, are you free Wednesday? I go, Ludlow House, 8 p.m.
Right. Sharp.
I didn't say sharp. I should have. But so she doesn't respond, obviously. It was a weak lead, because she knew I was a beta cuck.
Right.
So listen to this. I'm going to baby shower. You know how there's a wine bar next to baby shower? I'm walking through there. I look into the wine bar as I'm walking to baby shower. She's at the bar looking outside.
Yeah.
We lock eyes, and she quickly looks away.
Really?
Quickly looks away.
Man, the universe is making you pay for some of these. And good for you because you dug in and got it, but it's making you pay a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I go to my buddy Charlie, who helps run Canadian. He knows, though. I've told him the whole tale. And he goes, well, what's her? And he looks her up on Instagram. And he's like, I'll go outside to make sure that it's her. Because who knows if it was, like, I saw her brief, right? So he looks her up on Instagram. He goes outside, looks in the wine bar, comes down, he goes, confirmed it's 100% her.
Wait, but how's he going to know better than you from Instagram?
She is behind like some glass, and it was she looked away so.
But
quickly.
I'm saying like he kind of just looked at her Instagram and then looked at her.
Yeah, he
He
looked at a
doesn't
few
know.
pictures, and then he went.
That seems almost really challenging to do. Yeah, yeah. Like
could
I
do it.
guess, you know.
If you're telling me, you're
It's
telling
hard
me
to do.
I get a person off the street and show her your Instagram, and then she sees you, she's like, yeah, that's her. You know.
Well, we do this all the time. We show each other pictures of shit, and sometimes it's hard to tell, you know, when you see people
Yeah,
in real life.
but it was her, bro.
That's funny though. That's like a police line. That's like what they
It's
do
very
in
police lineup.
a hedge. They're like, this is the guy. Is this the guy? Is this the girl?
And listen, I'm not mad. I'm not mad about it.
Guy said 100%. Your buddy said 100.
Said 100, no doubt. But this girl's a baddie, dude. She's as close. She's as close to a 10 that I've.
Really molten.
Australian. I don't know. Samaha may have looked, but she had a fantastic. She had a very pretty face,
Yeah.
hot Australian accent, great body. 17. No, I'm just kidding.
On a scale of 10.
No, I was saying age.
I
17,
know, I
but
know.
you were trying
I
to
was
save
trying
it.
to save you.
But yeah, but Samaha, what was going on? He needed visual. You know, Samaha's in the
Dude,
clip world.
CDV, confirmed Dig Visual, is now a new code. in
We
the
should clip that. Could you get that video
Yeah.
and put it in the?
That'd be
We'll do a
brilliant.
clip.
Yeah.
You could see the confirmed visual.
I can pull it up here actually. Yeah, you were beta turned alpha. You made a great move.
It was.
You showed yourself who was boss.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't show her who's boss because
Yeah,
she
that's
knew
right.
after the first encounter. But I saved some
1,000%.
some mental anguish.
And you saved a little, and then you got a little more motivation, chutzpah, from the running into her again.
Right.
That's where too you gotta go. All right, there's still work to be done here.
Yeah. No, no. I text her back. Last Tuesday, were you at? I should have went back. I should have went
that's
back
good.
and took a picture of her, and then sent it to her in a text message.
Is
this you?
I just keep picturing your friend going in there with the phone with her Instagram
No,
up
it wasn't
and like
that.
putting it near her head and
No.
being, oh, it's her.
Hey, look. Do this. Go do this pose. Yeah, that's you.
Yeah, I got that text. I was in Creed 3. The movie was about to start.
Have you seen the first two Creeds?
Yeah.
Are they good?
Yeah, the first one's pretty good, honestly.
It's,
The third
is
one
it
was
Rocky?
fun too. No. But they're Creed was worthwhile.
What's
It really is. And the third one was actually pretty fucking fun. It's just there's Michael B. Jordan. He can be so stiff
Yeah.
at times. Not all the time. He's great in the boxing. He's great with the emotional stuff towards the end. There's just a couple of times or so when he's like with the
He's great in that awkward moment.
Yeah.
No.
He's just so good. There's chemistry-ish. Like, he's, like, trying to be fun and cool, and you're
Yeah.
like, I don't know, it doesn't feel so. But the other guy, the bad guy, Jonathan something, the guy's name,
John Goodman.
yeah, he's a stud. The
He
other
was
guy,
good?
yeah, he's really strong, and that's what's fun. And Michael B. Jordan directed it.
What I liked
But
what
I'll
was
tell you,
Southpaw was a good
I
boxing
love
flick.
Southpaw. That's Gyllenhaal, though.
Gyllenhaal's
and McAdams.
fantastic, huh?
Yeah.
Is Gyllenhaal one of the goat? Not one of the
Yeah.
goats, but
Well-
he's a list.
He's 100%. He's the one guy that I feel like if he gets one more classic, he's goated.
Right,
He's right there. He's got Brokeback. He's got Nightcrawler.
right. I was gonna say
Right.
Nightcrawler. I forgot about Brokeback.
Yeah, he's got Prisoners.
Right.
Unbelievable. You know, Southpaw. Some of these other movies that are really solid.
Right. Gyllenhaal's
Um,
great.
he's got a new movie coming out too. where he's
UFC,
like-
right?
That one he's got coming out, and he's got a war one where he gets like he goes overseas.
I want more war. Did you see? There's a war movie that
So-
got recommended for like Best Picture, right?
All Quiet on the Western.
Yeah. Did you watch that?
I watched part of it. My brother loved it. Yeah.
Ooh, that's rough. If Hardy just watched.
No, it was done really well. It was just like it's a bruiser of a watch.
Right.
Not a like.
What's
not
like
a, you
3
gotta
hours?
be. Yeah, you got to be ready to go.
Yeah.
Last night though, I saw 65.
Yeah. What is that?
Holy cow! This movie. I mean, it was fun enough, but there was a lot.
What's it about?
just- Adam Driver basically gets stranded
I
on
love Driver.
Earth 65 million years
Oh,
ago.
I don't know if I can watch that.
Dude,
I
it's
saw
like
the
a
trailer.
Jurassic Park.
It's Jurassic Park, but like
Yeah.
in the past, but in the future. Right?
Right? Because his spaceship is like really advanced.
Right. The
all his
trailer
tech.
goes 65 million years ago.
Yeah.
Dinosaurs roamed the planet and humans visited.
Yup. And my brother was like, all right, I'm going to get a root beer and a nice root beer, and I'm going to pair it with Adam Driver investigating Stegosauruses 65 million years ago. And I was so on board.
That's such a great line. I'm going to pair it with Adam Driver. Root beer is such a good move. Do you root beer it or no?
Yeah. I'll root beer once in a while. I'm
What-
not a huge.
Here's a good segment.
Yeah.
What's your tiers of
Yeah.
movie theater sodas?
Yeah, 100% Coke Zero's at the top.
Really?
Yeah.
That's kind of weak. I don't know if
No,
I like that.
you
I
crazy
don't know if
son.
I like
You
that.
crazy
It's not
son.
original.
Coke Zero is
It's not original.
Original what? What do you mean original?
It's not like like Coke Zero came into existence, what, like 10 years ago? It's not like an OG soda.
Well, Coke's an OG soda.
I know, but Coke Zero ain't. Sprite, would you say Sprite's A tier?
Sprite for me, it's after a couple. I'm going Coke Zero. If I can't go Coke Zero, I'm going DC. I'm going Diet Coke.
Diet Coke.
And then if I
These
can't go
diets,
Diet
man.
Coke, I'll go.
Here we go.
I'll tell you what. I like 'em-
Dr. Pepper. I don't like how you do diets, man. I really don't like that. What's the difference?
I like that. It's a taste.
Isn't
thing.
it the same like
It's a taste. thing.
unhealthiness?
Yeah. It's not a health thing. I'll tell you right now. I like a mean Fanta.
I'm
An orange soda can.
I'm
really
fine with
go.
Fanta. What I don't like is a high C.
They don't have high C at the joint.
All right,
Yeah.
good. I like
Oh,
yeah,
there
see,
it is.
high
They
C.
do have high C.
If I'm ranking them,
Yeah. What do you? All right.
A tier is
What?
like I might be looping too many in.
You're outside your mind if it's not Coca-Cola. You're gonna go.
No,
what?
I might
You're
be
gonna go
looping
cream
too many in
soda?
right now. I would go original like Coke or Pepsi,
Okay, but what does that mean? Like just like straight up Coke?
straight up cola.
All right, that's great.
Oh, here we
Okay.
go. Cool. I think first of all, a vanilla Coke is my favorite flavor.
But I
of
do
a
go
Coke.
vanilla Coke
Vanilla-
Zero. I do Coke Van Coke Zero, and I
So you're
mix it with regular.
You're saying that our tiers are pretty much the same, other
Yes.
than that you have these side attachments onto your Cokes.
Yes.
I think Sprite, Dr. Pepper, and Barks are all A tier. Those are my top 3 tier. Those are my. And,
Those
and
are
I
all
might be
A
going.
tier.
I might be going.
No, B tier. You mean?
No, those are my top. I don't.
Oh.
I don't know which one.
Really?
I think I don't know which one I would take out of the
Okay.
4. Dr. Pepper, Sprite, Coke.
To me,
Barks.
that's a guy who doesn't drink a lot of soda then. Because you don't know enough. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
why
Barks. Yeah,
why
Barks,
don't you
root
make
beer.
a decision? Like, what is this? You don't know which one.
All right, let me.
You got that's crazy.
All right, if I take
Who can
2,
go to the theater and go, oh, I could have any of the. I mean, that's too risky. What if you're seeing Batman and you pair it with a doctor?
get rid of Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, at
That's
least.
my first. At
rid of-
least. And I'd probably
Get the
get rid of
Barks out of there.
no, no.
Really?
I'm heavy Barks.
Okay, fine.
I'd get rid of
Leave Barks.
Sprite.
All right. Get that above. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Coke, Pepsi are probably both S tiers.
That's
where
what I think's better.
You can't really get out of it.
Yes. And then, okay, but I don't mind this so much. I wouldn't have Barks where you have it, but
Pepsi's S tier.
that's right. That's right. To me, I go Coke Zero, you know.
All right, and then
Cherry Coke right there.
Yeah, you're
by
a big
the way.
cherry Coke. I'm putting
Yeah.
that B. You probably put that A, huh?
Yeah, I like a mean cherry Coke.
All right. We gotta have two side, but anyways.
Yeah.
What do you put the flavor? Where would you put the flavored, like the crushes? Orange Crush, Grape Crush. I don't know what this lemon and raspberry.
Well,
Crush are. I
that's
don't know
all
about
orange
that.
soda to me, which I kind of like. Like, it's still B tier though.
Yeah, you
Honest-
put B tier.
Yeah, it might even be.
I'd put
C
grape.
tier.
I'd put grape B tier.
Get ginger.
A Canada
F.
Dry C.
Get
No, I
ginger on F.
see if you're sick.
That's. I'm not. What
If
am I
you have
doing
an
at the
upset,
movie theater?
no, if you have an upset stomach, you got to get the gingy.
If you get a ginger ale at any legitimate flick, you should be punted
All right, now-
from the theater.
I don't even know. Mug and Barks. Mug might be
Mountain
better than
Dew's
Barks.
kind of renegade. If I see a guy in there hammering Mountain Dew, I respect it. It's an insane thing to drink.
Dude, I remember I would get like ups.
My brother got an AHA.
I would get ups
If you
when
go
I was
down,
a kid.
it's pure seltzer water.
When I was a kid, I had something wrong with like my shits or something like that, or my
Yeah.
piss, something, or my stomach, and for some reason, my parents let me drink Mountain Dew at dinner instead of milk. I forget. I need to ask my parents about that.
Those are equally dog shit options, but
I mean, dude, we
I
would
loved
crush.
milk.
We
Oh.
would crush. I'd have 2 tall glasses
every dinner.
every dinner. Before I even ate, I would chug a milk
Yeah.
and then get a refill for the dinner.
Yep, and then a
And
dessert,
whole.
and then a dessert glass.
Whole milk. We're not doing.
Oh, you would do whole?
whole. Dude.
We were a skim house,
Ugh.
and we crush. Yeah, dude.
I remember going to skim milk houses and being like, "I'll just take water."
You know what I'll do on some of these now? I'll come in with what I'm gonna call my Matt's movie update.
Yeah, you got to have
You'll kick
little
over to me, and I'll do a little.
movie corner.
Yeah,
Here's the
maybe
new
we can even
movies.
put up like it'll be like 1, 2, like what's on the. If we could,
You can
what's
pull up
on
your
the-
letterboxd.
yeah, or just like the what's in the theaters,
Right.
and we can do a little fun. We'll run through them.
Yeah, we'll do a little 30-second.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
That's what I'm saying. Well,
We do 5-minute.
yeah. Right now, Scream's out. Still got to see that.
Here's the issue, though,
So-
is that I'd like to have a little bit. I don't really
Still
go to the
haven't seen Ant-Man and the
movies. You
Wasp,
should do
yeah.
ones that like are just released to streaming.
All right, we could throw those in.
We could
there,
throw
too.
a couple in there.
Yeah, but
One that I've seen because I saw
what
that
matters is what's in the theater.
Cabin in the
This is-
Woods, or no? What's the Knock at the Cabin? Did you see that in theaters?
Yeah, yeah, I saw it in theaters.
That's the thing is I have
What?
a theater. I got this
Yeah.
projector.
I get it. I get it, bro. Retest.
What do we have? 52.
I think we're there.
Go back to this. Do you still have it up? Go down. There was a lot of weird stuff in here that like
To be quite
like
honest with you,
like a
here,
Fago.
here's
Code
an-
Red
here's
is
an
pretty good.
exercise. Here's an exercise, okay?
Squirt's kind. Yeah.
Here's an exercise. If the machine was out of Coke Zero and out of Diet Coke and out of regular Coca-Cola, which I've seen before, if it's like it got crushed. After those, I would probably go Dr. Pepper.
Really?
Yes, over everything else, over root beer,
Just because it's
over
more
orange
exotic?
soda, over Sprite. It would be Sprite and Dr. Pepper would be in a dead heat.
Isn't Dr. Pepper a cherry cola though?
It's kind of a cola
It's
kind
not
of
as
mix.
cherry as cherry Coke,
Yeah,
but it's
yeah.
kind of cherryish though. When
It is kind of
a
sweet.
description
it's a weird,
might
yeah,
say a cherry cola if they have a write up of.
yeah. It's
Dr.
kind of an
Pepper.
interesting flavor profile.
Did you ever do we call them hockey shakes in graveyards where you do a little bit of each?
I love that. I'll tell you right now how I go. It's the same every time. I go a little over halfway of ice.
Yeah.
I do a lot of ice right off the bat. right?
Let's get situated with the ice.
Yeah.
minute cubes are the Premier Ice, right?
If they have like a
golf
crushed,
club, like golf club ice.
yeah, if they have like a nice, really good crushed. But the
Right.
machines usually just have the
Cubed.
one ice.
I
Yeah.
don't. Yeah, all right.
But I go a little over the midpoint
Extra large.
on ice, medium, which is a big
Right.
size. It's not the tub, right? Okay. Then I go Coke Zero till about right when I hit the top of the ice.
Right.
Then I go over to Coke Zero Vanilla. Boom. Do a little Coke Zero Vanilla.
For another quarter.
Yep.
So 75%.
quarter.
So it's a watered down.
Coke Zero. Little Coke van. Coke Zero van. Okay. Listen. Quarter. Then
So
it's-
this is like, it's really kind of like a watered down. It's all Coke,
Right.
but it's a watered down vanilla.
It's
'Cause
just
Coke
a
Zero
touch
and Coke
yeah,
Zero vanilla.
It's a touch of vanilla. I don't want too much vanilla.
Right.
Then I get to the top and I return to regular Coke Zero. Do a little top off, right? Sip.
Of orange Fanta. No,
Do a little again, right? Just a, and then do it again, and then boom, pop it on. So it's like there's like a touch of vanilla in there.
oh, you don't do a full graveyard. What I'm talking about is like a 10th
Yeah,
Coke?
that sounds gross.
A 10th Dr. Pepper, a 10th Barks.
What does that come out
a tenth-
tasting like?
It tastes wild, dude. It tastes like just soda.
You're like the guy at the frat party who's like, you got to do all the alcohols
Yeah.
in one.
Our
It's
jungle
they don't
juice.
taste like it doesn't taste like anything.
Yeah. What do you think about a lemonade guy at the movie theater? Lame?
Actually, if it was during the day, if you were seeing a matinee,
All right, that's a good distinction. I like that take.
clip it. Woo! Iced tea lemonade during a matinee. I'm putting that in my act. That's a nice. That's a nice. Come on. Hey.
Because you got you got the rest of your day to plot out. You can't get hosed down by a Coke.
Yes.
What do you think about refills? Do you skip? Smile.
push
Don't
through.
don't
Push
push your
through. We're
previous.
getting our monies. We're getting our money.
Don't push your last night on us. Do you skip a good 5
It's a
minutes
good
of flick?
question.
Do you skip a good 5 minutes of flick?
I do
To refill?
not do refills. I do not do refills. If I was,
I refill on the way out.
gangster.
Okay.
That's a gangster move.
You
and
don't
I,
get
and
my
I,
money's worth.
I think that's a. If I'm double featuring, I'll do a
Especially
refill.
if it's like the biggest size, you have like a 2 liter to bring home.
Yeah,
of like
yeah.
soda.
Good for
It's
the
like,
couple weeks. Why
and
don't
it's
you
the
bring
best.
us to movie? Why don't you bring us to movies, man?
I went last night with my brother and Kraus.
Why don't you hit me?
You had some spots. I know you did.
Why don't you, but
This
you
fucking
weren't
guy.
thinking of me.
Ha ha ha! No, I thought you
You
popped
didn't-
into my head. Listen
Nah,
to me.
get outta
Here's
here.
one thing I did. I will say what they should have TVs at the urinals that play. You can rotate and it plays the movie.
or there's like a scanning
Retest.
thing, and like you scan your ticket, and
Yup.
then the movie pops.
That's
up.
what I'm saying. And
How legitington would that be? You could take it because I always have to piss because I drink a giant cola before the movie. My brother was like, "Dude, we're gonna have to piss." I mean, we were hammering cola last
here's the
night.
risk you run.
He went medium corn.
Here's the risk you run. Homies hanging out in the bathroom trying to
Everyone's
catch
crowded around your urinal.
trying to catch extra flicks that they didn't pay for.
Okay, here's a counter incentive that'll probably slow that down. It's gonna smell like piss and shit. How long are you gonna want to be in there?
I don't know. Movies are pretty expensive these days.
Yeah, you just have a bunch.
Maybe
of
you
dudes.
have like a little. You know how like when a referee is looking at an instant replay, it's like it drapes over his head. So he's got a little drape.
like in the porno stores.
Yes,
where you
like
go.
a porno store, where it's kind of like a little hood that you put over your head, so only you can watch it. And then, because if you don't have that hood, you might ruin flicks for people pissing next to you.
That's true, though.
They go, I don't
Great
want to see this
point.
Avatar final scene as
Great
I'm pissing and
point.
watching Marriage Story.
You'd have to bring the dividers up.
Way up. By the way,
That's thinking, Miller. This guy's thinking.
I mean,
Clipping.
I went.
Man,
you
there's
ever
been
go
a
to,
lot of late clips. This
Yeah,
is weird.
thank God we continued here, Samaha, even though you tried to divert us.
What do you think about refills?
I mean, yeah.
That's gonna
Did
be
you ever go to ESPN Zone? ESPN Zone. Do you remember ESPN Zone? It was in New York. When I was a kid, I went to ESPN. They had ESPN TVs in the toilets.
This is where I think I might have initially.
So
got
you could
this
watch
idea.
ESPN as you're doing your business.
Because they do it with sports.
Yep.
And you're like, why are they? You're like, well, no, this makes sense. You're like, oh, the game's on in here.
Yep.
And I'm like, dude, what are we doing with Get the Flick? This is easy as pie.
Yep. Exactly.
I don't have to admit. And now people aren't coming back into the theater like, what I miss?
Right.
Did she kill?
And then you don't
Who
have the
killed him?
anxiety. If you really have to piss, you have the anxiety where you're like,
Yeah.
all right, now should I go? And then you're like, no, but something could happen in this scene.
By the way, I'm gonna add this to my. This is brilliant. I'm so good at picking when to go in a movie I haven't even seen. Now I can tell you, it's. I'm predicting the future. Are you any good at that? Because you can know if you know movies and you know plot devices, you know that there's a moment right after a lot of action
Yeah.
where there's like an establishing wide, and you know that you go then, you'll probably only miss a little bit of exposition, a tiny bit, and you come back in and it's still that same scene.
That's
And
why
you're
when
like, okay,
I
know.
make my movie,
Yeah.
I'm gonna know that people are trying to do that and punish them. I'm gonna do a little expo and then bam, right back. And I'm even gonna look at the camera. I'm gonna go, all those people that just thought that the scene was over, nope, and then go back to the action. That'd be a great scene in a flick.
That would be fucking brilliant. People trying to time it up and you're
Yeah.
fucking with them.
The first scene of the movie is the director going, with this movie, you will not be able to time your bathroom breaks. I suggest you sit all the way. It's like Tom Cruise in Top Gun. Before the movie,
Yeah.
he goes, "Thank you for coming out to the live theater. They really appreciate it." Remember that?
Yeah.
His
you're
little
like,
speech before Top
just so
Gun.
everyone knows, if you're trying to go to the bathroom during this movie, it will be very hard.
Yes. Because we throw curves at you the entire movie. But anyways, without further ado, I hope you enjoy the movie. And it's all nonsense. It's not, we don't do it. All right, we good? Smaha wants to get out.
Retest.
A little retest.
What do you think of